Can you just talk to us about the fact that Cal, you knew coming in, their offense was dangerous. I mean, you'd seen what they did, in that Washington State game, for example, and just to come in here and take care of business.
We're excited. We're excited. We've got the victory. We could have played better. They are very explosive offense, and when we give them credit, they made a lot of plays. But, we had some opportunities to make some plays, but we will have to be happy with the win. It's hard to win in this conference. It's extremely difficult to win on the road in this conference, and so to come in here and play a very potent team and come out with the win is it's gratifying, and we're happy with that part.
You knew that they were going to have trouble running the ball. How much of that was kind of played into your game plan about how you were going to stop them from throwing it?
We knew they could run the ball and pass the ball. So a lot of the game was. They're changing things and playing chess, and now they're running, so we've got to counter, and now they're passing, and a lot of the game was that. But we knew we had to contain to a degree some of the pass, some of the down the field passes, the explosion plays, and then stop the run. I mean that's what we had to do. We couldn't give up a lot of big, easy scores, and so it was more manipulating the defense and not they're going to get some pass underneath, but not give them the big plays.
Troy looked like he had a pretty good game in the secondary tonight.
From the sideline he did. Until you watch the film, you don't know. But from the sideline, I saw him visually make some plays on the ball, which is a good sign for us.
Did you expect number 8 to come out and play the kind of role that he did? We were talking so much about Jared going into this game that maybe to some it seems like he was a bit of a surprise. He was sort of keying that run game. Pretty much he was.
When we were evaluating, we noticed that when number 8 was in the game, they ran a different offense, and so we had practiced for that, and he was in the game more than we thought. But we did have a plan, and I think we did okay containing, but we knew he would play a part in the game.
Don, it's like this season, the defense has kind of been under siege a little bit from people on the outside, questioning it, criticizing. It seems like you've kind of made some adjustments. Can you maybe talk about what that process has been? Personnel adjustments, a lot of different guys are playing now.
Yeah, the biggest thing for us on defense is that we're still in the process of trying to develop, become who we want to be. And so when you're rotating a lot of groups and a lot of guys, it's going to take a little longer. It's easier if you rotate one group, one set of guys, communication, all those things are better, but then you're beating guys up. So, our approach has been to go with playing a lot of guys and fight through it and push through it, and we're better. We've continued to get better. We left a lot of plays on the field at night, but from fall camp to now, we've improved.
Do you feel like you've settled on your key position guys, though? You made some defensive backfield, you made some changes, linebackers, you're starting to make some changes. Yeah,
I think we've settled on the rotation, and now we've got to continue to get the right guys on the field for the right situation. That's the challenge now. The offense is moving the ball and getting the right combinations in to try to counter what they're doing. But we like the groups now. We like the substitutions now. We've got to get a lot more polished in those groups.
So finish this sentence. The Oregon defense is
still working hard, trying to get better.
Is it nice to have one extra day to get ready for Stanford?
Absolutely. Anytime you get an extra day during the season versus the people we play, an extra day is huge.
What do you see as the biggest challenge in dealing with Stanford? I mean, they don't appear, at least on paper, to be as potent on offense as they have been, or sometimes not as efficient as they have been. What is your take on that?
Having had a chance to really watch them, watch them and study them. But I know they're still Stanford, so they're going to be tough up front. They're going to run the ball, and they've got a quarterback that's going to make some plays. So, for us, it's to watch them and then figure out what has changed, if anything. And then, we know it's going to be a trench war, a trench battle, and we've got to get off blocks and make tackles. They're good.
Is this one of those games where you feel like you're not going to have any problem getting guys up this week? Not that you ever do, but this is a game that I know a lot of guys have been looking forward to.
I hope them guys haven't been looking forward to anything but the game that was ahead of us. But this is a real big game for us because it is the next big game. It's the next game. It's 2 home games left. I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of reasons to get excited about this game.
You said that just getting a stop in the Pac-12 this year is a small victory for you because there are so many explosive offenses. What is tonight? in total, almost 600 yards. Is that a step forward for you guys? Do you feel like just getting out of the win, 41 points, Cal, or would you want to see some more things in particular?
You know, I don't think we're not happy giving up a ton of yards. You know, and you know, the quote about a stop is big. In the timing of the game, stops are big. But we're not happy with giving up a ton of yards and a ton of points. That's not what we're all about.
Mattingly, he played quite a bit tonight. He obviously had a slow start with some injury. What made you kind of put him in the rotation so often? What have you seen from recent weeks?
You know, we've been trying to develop a two-deep, you know, a good two-deep rotation, and now that Danny's back and feeling good, we'd like to try to get him going. I mean, he's a little rusty, but you know, I want to say his third game out there, and it's starting to come back, and so we're hopeful that he can get back to the form he was in last year, you know, soon.
Don, earlier in the year, did you find that you were sometimes running into trouble getting plays into your unit, getting what formation you wanted in, and has that improved?
I'm not following. I'm not following the question. I'm not following the question. Yeah.
Earlier in the year, were you guys having trouble relaying from the sideline to the guys out on the field what formation you wanted to be in?
You know, there's a couple of those, but that wasn't a big issue.
Okay.
You know, the bigger issue is once we signal something on the field and the offense comes out, everyone's seeing the check and the kids talking to each other. You know, because all of a sudden we make a call, but when you see the formation, you have to adapt the call to that formation, and that was kind of there was more of that early on. You know, as of late, we've been a lot better. You know, that's something that's going to happen, but it's been better. It's been better, yeah.